Hey everyone, welcome back to You Got a Guy's Business Spotlight. Today we're talking with Annette Gadis with Dream Travel Escapes. She is a very fun person to talk to because she helps people travel and gives them, she's like a guide, and she specializes in high-end luxury cruises and river cruises in Europe, and she does cruises, mainly international travel, right?
Exactly.
So thanks for joining me on this. This is my new thing we're doing.
Well, thanks for inviting me. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's very
Mhm.
cool. So before we go into it, tell us a little bit about how did you get into travel? What's your background?
Well, my background is an educator.
Okay.
I retired from education. I was a foreign language teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow I worked my way. I always say I trained for secondary and I worked my way down to kindergarten. And I worked in programs where immersion schools where we helped kids learn to talk about their history and science, but using another language.
That's pretty
And
cool.
the language is Spanish. And through that, later on, I became a director of a program, and I was able to. But even before that, I guess that's what really started my career in travel. Was as a Spanish teacher, I worked with eighth graders, and they're
They're a little
they want to
tough.
learn, and
Yeah,
they need motivation. So
right.
I said, if they would do really well, really trying to become more fluent in using the Spanish around them, we would find a way, and I'll take them to Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we did that.
Really?
Yeah, so that was my first experience, and it's a story in itself, but I won't go into that. But
I'm sure that was, yeah,
it was, well, these were
a bunch of 13,
children.
14-year-olds.
Yeah, there were students from a population that was considered underprivileged,
Uh-huh.
and so
That's very
we had to
cool.
raise the money, and we did that.
That's
And
awesome.
I took them, and along with teachers who wanted to go as well, and some of the parents.
That's
So
pretty cool.
so it
That's
was
how you
fun.
got your toe
That's
in the
how I
water?
started arranging travel.
Very cool.
And I was introduced to a travel agent
Uh-huh.
and who helped work with me. So
Made it an easier
it
process.
did,
Cool. So,
and that's how it all started.
right on. And so, how did you get into travel as a profession?
As a profession, after I retired, I got really bored. I
That'll
mean,
start.
yeah, I think I was 57 when I retired, and
Mm-hmm.
so it was like, what do I do now? I mean,
Right.
we wanted to travel, and we did that, but it was not enough. And then a friend introduced me. She said, Annette, why don't we do travel together? And we did, and it was crazy. We
Yeah.
had to learn everything on our own. We had to figure out how we were going to get clients and be an educator. So we just studied it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, that's what you know
Figured
how
it
to do.
out,
Yeah.
talked to people, yeah, and we put our business together. And later on, she got very busy with her own daughter and grandkids, and said she wasn't going to do it anymore. And I ended up keeping the business, and I'm close to 20 years now.
That's pretty impressive. 20
Yeah,
years. But
yeah.
you're definitely not bored in retirement. I can't.
No, no, I feel like it keeps me young. It keeps me wanting to do more. And I enjoy being around people like yourself,
Mm-hmm.
other business people. And I love introducing people to travel and making it such that they're going to really enjoy it. Because I always tell them, I want to see pictures.
Yeah.
I want you to send me pictures of you out there. And I want to hear all about your trip when you get back.
Perfect. So that leads us to the types of travel and vacations that you help people with. So tell us a little bit about what Dream Travel Escapes does for people.
Well, I tell people I can plan almost any kind of trip that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of them, I would say, are to Europe,
Mm-hmm.
either through river cruises.
Okay.
And surprisingly, I would say when I first started in this, people didn't even know what a river cruise
I was going to
was.
say, until I met you, I wasn't real clear on what it was either.
Yeah, so these are, because people will say, oh, I can't do cruises, that boat moving, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just they'll get motion
It's
sickness.
a
And
real
I said,
thing.
but river cruises, it's just gliding along on a river, and it's not bad at all.
And they're
And
much bigger rivers than we're accustomed to around here. So to me, it's,
it
it didn't
is,
really seem like something that was I couldn't get my head around it, but I guess out there rivers are a whole different thing.
Oh yeah, so there's rivers, and from Paris, there's a few rivers that you can, the Seine to go up to Normandy. That's a very popular one because of the war,
Sure.
and so a lot of folks here in the States had uncles or their parents or grandparents
I was
that fought
born
in the
on D-Day,
war.
June 6th.
Oh,
Yep.
were you?
Yep.
Oh my.
So yeah, I know that one.
Uh-huh. And so they love doing that
Mm-hmm.
and being there.
Right.
And I love
Experiencing it.
preparing that. But then there's people who love art, and I personally on that same trip loved going to Monet's home,
How cool.
where he painted those beautiful pictures and Monet's gardens. And I thought, oh my, I wish I would have been around when he was around because the man was so interesting
Oh yeah.
and had really interesting friends.
I bet you've done a lot of travel then. How many cruises have you been on, do you think?
I've done about 4 river cruises.
Uh-huh.
I haven't done as many. I want to, believe it or not, you can do river cruises, a river cruise in Africa, on
Really?
the Amazon.
How cool.
You can, where's another one that's people, those are the two that just stand out right now. But yeah, you can, I helped a client who wanted to do one on the Amazon, and I was like, ooh, bugs. I don't know.
But you don't just set
But
up
he
the
had a great
cruise.
time.
Yeah.
The family had a great time.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I'd love to. It's a place on my bucket list. We'll try to fill. But like, you don't just necessarily set up the cruise. You can set up the whole itinerary for them, right? So
Oh
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
simple.
Well, when you do a river cruise, you can actually go there a few days before you even start the cruise. And for example, if it starts in Paris, well, then people like to go see Paris a little
Sure,
while,
you're
so they'll
there.
go 2, 3 days early. And I always recommend it just because we, unless you're in first class, you're going to be really tired when you
Right.
get off that plane.
Right.
I mean, it's a long flight.
Yeah.
And or sometimes they like to just stay after,
Mm-hmm.
and do things on their own. So you've traveled a long distance, why not extend the trip a little bit
Sure.
more on the front end and the back end?
Uh-huh.
And but they're still unsure about what they're going to do when they're on the front end or the back end. I said, I can help you with that.
Really?
You can buy the suppliers package that they offer on the front end and the back end, and they're usually quite pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can help you do it a little bit more economically,
Sure.
and I can help them find a hotel.
Custom tailor it for them,
Exactly.
for the
Exactly.
budget. Well, yeah,
My-
I wouldn't know what to do, so I would lean on you as much as possible. I've never been to Europe, so that's pretty
Oh,
helpful.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
been.
Yeah, I like Europe. Another river cruise that's really popular is on the Rhine,
Okay.
traveling north and south from Switzerland all the way to Amsterdam.
My God.
And then there's the one from Budapest, Hungary. You can go all the way to Amsterdam as well with that one
Really?
too. They don't, usually most people go as far as Germany. Yeah, they have some great rivers.
That sounds really neat.
I did the Christmas markets
Oh, really?
this
How was
last
that?
Christmas. Gorgeous. They're really fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I thought I was going to be seeing the same market in every store, but no, they're all a little bit different, which makes them very interesting culturally, and lots of good food. I just kept thinking, wow, I already have my meal back on the boat, but they were cooking up some great
you're there.
brats.
Yeah, you're there. You may as well partake.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Besides river cruises, I do ocean cruises.
Okay.
I do more river cruises than ocean cruises, but I will help people with an ocean cruise. The Mediterranean is a really popular ocean cruise.
You just helped my brother-in-law with an Alaskan cruise.
Yes, and Alaska's another popular one. And then the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
The Caribbean's great because it's closer to home, and they're good for getaways.
Yeah.
So, you can make it shorter or longer.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
See, that's pretty helpful. I mean, I think one of the benefits that you bring to the table is your experience. I mean, if I was going to try to set up a cruise in Europe, a river cruise, I wouldn't know the first thing about where to go, what to do. I'd spend a ton of time on Google and ChatGPT and Reddit trying to figure out all the things, and you can take a lot of that.
You just mentioned it. I save time.
Yeah, you save a lot of time.
Sometimes I can save money.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're not going to waste or lose it anyway.
No, I would probably lose some money just on making bad choices, so this is a lot more efficient, and
but I can save you tons of time.
Time is money.
It is,
right?
It is for
Especially
people in business like us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to just say, okay, it's all taken care of. I told her where I want to go. Here's my budget.
Mm-hmm.
If you can tell a travel agent your budget, then she'll honor or he'll honor the boundaries and
Yeah,
find
it's
you
not
the
like
right kind of
walking
trip.
into a car dealership where you don't want to tell them, you keep that part close to your chest, It's good to give the information so she can put as much fun in there as possible, and she's been good. I've got lots of good references about her from people because she wants to make sure you have a good experience, because you do it more for fun than necessity, so that's kind of who you want to work with, someone that really enjoys what they do. Well, what would you say is the first step to setting up a cruise with you? Why would someone want to call you if they're doing a river cruise? Or it sounds like kind of any cruise, you would be very helpful, to call.
Yeah, just about any kind. I mean, there's so many different kinds of big ship cruises,
Right.
and there's some middle-sized cruises. I like to sit down and talk with a client and find out how do they like to travel. Do they want to do it on a bus with 40 other people, or do they want to do it on their own?
Mm-hmm.
Do they want me to just put an itinerary together for just the two of them,
Mm-hmm.
and if they get to follow? And exactly where is it that they want to go and how do they want to do it? Some like to do travel with trains,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fun and challenging.
And you can help with that.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And I do a lot of land travel. Italy's number one.
Oh,
People
yeah.
always want to go to Italy.
I want to go to Italy.
Yeah. And I always like going back to Italy.
Sure.
It's fun, and it's a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
Nice people. I would say everyone treats you very nicely when you travel, and I'm always very happy. And I think my clients are very happy with the destinations that they've chosen.
That's great.
So just tell me where you want to go and how you want to do it. There's folks that like to do expeditions to Antarctica.
Wow.
People that want to go and sleep in one of those domed igloo-like things to see the northern lights.
You can help with all
in
that.
the Scandinavian countries.
That's pretty amazing.
Or Alaska.
See?
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, you can spend your money on things or you can spend your money on experiences. I think experiences should outweigh the things. I mean, these people come back and they've got stories and, things to share and things to look forward to. And that's, especially as we get older and become empty nesters, it becomes a pretty popular thing. My wife and I are looking to do more and more travel. And I know I'll be leaning on you for some of that stuff because I know my brother-in-law was really happy with the way you set it up for him and made it really, really helpful and mindless for him, which we all kind of like to do. It's kind of like a concierge service. So I'll make sure to put the
That's what I like to call myself, a travel concierge.
That's a good name for it. I keep thinking concierge. I try to do my auto broker like concierge. It's just, people like to be taken care of, and not have to think anymore than they have to and lean on you. So, all right, very good. Anything else you want to throw in there that they should know before we wrap up?
Well, I can't think of anything. We covered a lot of
covered a lot. Well,
territory right now.
I'll make sure that your contact information, the website's on there. What is it? www.dreamtravelescapes.com.
Yep.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
But that's directly to her, and I'll put her contact info on there for you to see. And yeah, call one of us. I'll put you in touch with her if you can't reach out to her directly. And thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
It means a lot. I mean, I think it's good to promote each other, and I think more people need to know. I mean, we know there's travel agents out there, but really not everybody's the same as far as how they handle their operations. And I think based on what I've heard about your operation, people should definitely reach out. So thanks for taking the time, and we'll get this out there for people to see. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.